What is good, guys? My name is Sircharlesthepoet, and welcome to my channel. This is Life of a Poet. So, this video is kind of like a rant, but it's also just going through my thoughts. This is an update on my life. We're going through my thoughts. I wanted to. So I've been living in Montana for it is I'm in my third month. I moved to Montana, like left everything in New York City, threw away like 90% of my stuff, and left everyone I know, everyone I loved in New York City, and moved to Montana to start a new life. Well, yeah, start a new life. My first step was Montana. So, a lot of questions that I've been getting from people is like, how's Montana? How do you feel? Are you enjoying it? How are you happy? Blah 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 blah. Blah. So yeah, I want to like make a video addressing that. Am I happy in Montana? Am I happy in Montana? Answer is yes, no. So I am not more happy than I was in New York City and Montana. Take that answer however you want, but that's the answer. I am not more happy than I was when I was in New York City and Montana. And that is let's dig into that, right? One thing about New York City. Okay, so let me like, this is a something I've never told anybody, like a secret I never told anybody. So and now I'm telling it to the whole world. AKA the 6 people who view my videos. Oh, we out here, baby. We're progressing, baby. One video at a time. We're going somewhere. But one thing that I've never told anybody before is that one of the reasons why I left New York City, or it was like one of the reasons why I left New York City is because the city was not keeping me there. It wasn't holding me there. There was nothing was really keeping me in New York City, you know. So what do I mean by the city was not holding me, was not keeping me there? Nothing was keeping me in the city. So in the city, in New York City, my friends are there, my family is there, my job is there, everything that I know is there, or most things that I know is there. But it's like, it's a very lonely city. New York City is a very lonely. I mean, for me at least. For me, I know there are people who are having a blast over there, and they cannot imagine life being any different than that. Like, you can have a very fulfilled life in New York City. The thing is, I wasn't, and you can even imagine. I can even start with like even my immediate relationships, like friends, family, lovers. My love life was a fucking disaster. It was so hard to get a date, to go on a date with people. Yes, I was on dating profiles, and that shit does not work out for me. At least doesn't work out. Dating apps just do not not work out for me. It's just because I just don't get matches. But then again, I know, like, I'm not really that. I'm not the kid. I'm not like the person who's like active in the streets. If I see somebody in the streets, like, or somebody I like, I shoot my shot, blah blah. Like, I rarely shoot my shot because of a lot of like beliefs that I had, which would be a whole other video. I plan to make a video on that, on like me and women and my love life. But the other thing is that the other problem is that if I leave my house, I'm going somewhere. Walk like you got somewhere to go. I'm walking, like I'm beelining to where I'm going. So seeing people around me, I see a cute girl, I'm not gonna stop to talk to you. I'm sorry, I'm out. But so yeah, let's go back to my friend's family. At some point, it felt like no one I really cared about was reaching out to me. It felt like if I wasn't out here reaching out to people myself, calling people, texting people myself, and not I felt like it was like that. If I wasn't calling people or texting people myself, then I will just not hear from them for months, and not hear from them for months. And like it became too easy for tragic things to happen in my life and for nobody to know about it, because nobody checks, because people don't really check up on me, or like when they do check up on me, they never really like get deeper into conversations, have more profound conversations to find out what's going on in my life. Granted, I was doing that for a lot of people. So that's what I mean by, and that was the relationship between me and my family, me and friends, my closest friends, closest family. So that's what I mean by the city was not holding me. Granted, people got busy lives, y'all. People got stuff to do. So I'm gonna say that people got stuff to do, and so people are busy. They can be out here like checking on you. Like I get that's an argument that can be made, and I get that. But I feel like it should be expected as a responsibility for like your closest friends, for example, or closest family members, for them to check up on your emotional well-being, or just check up on your life, what's going on, you know. And I do a great job of putting on a figure, acting nice, blah blah. So maybe that's why people don't really check up on me. But like, yeah, Charles is fine, but yeah, the city was not holding me. Oh, I had a girlfriend, back in the city, and it was going great. Like, I still believe that I'm in a dream. Like low key, I still think I'm in a dream, but it was great. But the thing is that when she came into my life, I had already decided that I'm gonna leave the city. The process had already started, and it was like, should I like stop the whole thing and stay for her? It was the risk. I'm sure the risk is worth it, but it's like it's worth it, but go. It's no explanation. Go. Like that's I'm coming down. I was supposed to go, so go. So I went. So that's one of the main things. And so back in New York City, I wasn't really happy. Like, I mean, happiness is a weird topic for me, cause I'm a gullible, like, joyous, giggly person. I try to paint rainbows in every cloud that I see. I try to make stuff happy, you know. So New York City it was hard, and I wasn't really that happy there. But I was doing my thing. I had a job. I had a full-time job. I had a place to stay. I had friends who do care about me. I had friends who do care about me. Like if I like pick up a phone and like, hey, I have an emergency, can you please help me out? I will get the help. It's just like there are some parts of the relationship that I wish were better. And these parts mean a lot to me. And at some point, I communicated these things, and I felt like these things were not really being received as well as I wanted them to be. So yeah, but yeah, New York City was pretty lit. I mean, the city's a lot, yo. The city's like heavy on you. It's a lot. Even just the energy in the air is a lot, you know. Like, for example, someone like me, who does not go out a lot, who probably stays home and gets stuff done. I was the same in New York City. I'm the same in Montana, but Montana has more of a calm, relax. Like the fact that I go outside and walk 10 blocks, and I only see like one pedestrian, compared to New York City. I take one step and I see 10 people. I take one step out of my house and I see 10 people. It's very different, you know. So yeah, that's why I left New York City. It wasn't really holding me, you know. The people, like I love my friends. I love my family. But the one thing about me is that like quick side thought. I say I drop people a lot. Like if you talk to me like people know, like when it comes to friendships, relationships, people mess with my mental health, with people insult my intelligence too much, I drop them. But the thing is, like, people know me as Charles, the person who just drops people left and right. But the thing about me is not that I drop. Like I actually don't tell people don't talk to me ever. I've never told anybody to not talk to me ever again. I've never told anybody like, you know what, I'm gonna keep my distance from you. I've never told anybody that. Never. But like, so what do you mean by Charles draws people? The thing is that I've noticed if I don't hit up somebody for a month or two, I won't hear from them. I mean, that's most people. That's not everybody, but that's most people. So I started. So unfortunately, me being a loner, I get that. I started using that to my advantage. So I don't like somebody. I just stop hitting them up, and after like not hitting them up for a while, I unfollow them on every social media. Now they will never see posts up. Or I either unfollow. I don't block people, but I usually unfollow them. Now I will never engage with them. So since I'm not engaging with them, hopefully the algorithm like keeps my posts away from them too. And next thing you know, they never see me, they don't think about me, and that's that. And if they're not in my immediate circle, they won't really hear about me. And that's that. It's so easy to just let people go. So since I'm in New York City full of people, and I still feel kind of lonely, and I don't feel the warmth of the city, the hug, somebody holding me. Why stay? I mean, it's not like I'm going to look for that warmth and that welcoming environment somewhere else, but let's go somewhere else. The city is not keeping me, so let's travel the world. Yeah? Yeah. So that's a different perspective on why I left New York City and how do I feel in Montana. I don't even have any friends in Montana. I mean, there are some people that I've matched on dating apps, but dating apps are trash. Like I don't want to get into it now and assault anybody and just go on a long rant, but I don't have any friends in Montana. My only friends are my coworkers. And that's it. Yeah. Yeah. So Montana is. I don't feel any different in Montana than I felt in New York City. I mean, I feel my brain is buzzing less in Montana because it's more peaceful here. Like outside, I go outside, it's peaceful. It's so peaceful. Seeing the trees, seeing stars in the sky, seeing mountains. I love that so much. It's so peaceful. Aside from that, it's not much different. My experience is not much different in New York City because I spend most of my time in my room doing stuff. But yeah, that's the video. I just like want to share that thought, put that thought out in the world, and put that video. Yeah. Thank you guys. And that is all. Please, I'll see you next time, okay? Okay. Ciao.